this is Lori, and I am gardening here in Zone 8B. It's my garden in bloom. I went to Big Box Store today and got some lilies, which you can actually plant these right directly in the ground this time of the year, anytime from, I think it said February to June. June would be really late. I wouldn't think that they would bloom that year if you planted them in June. But I'm going to pot them up here. I like to give them a little bit of an early start. So I'm going to put the bulbs in my, I like to use these see-through cups, but I only had so many of them, so some of them are going to be red. But I'm going to go ahead and put the bulbs in there, cover them up with dirt a little bit, bring them into the house and put them on my windowsill in the living room, where they can stay warm and get a little boost, and hopefully it'll be warmed up a little bit by then. I would say maybe in 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I'm going to plant these in the ground. I planted a whole bunch of them last year. Oh, they came up beautifully. They were so beautiful. So I got a different kind of, there's 3 daylilies in here. I got a different color combination this year. And this, I just love this orange. There's going to be 6 bulbs in there. Those are going to be so beautiful. They grow up to 4 feet tall. And the first year, maybe 1 or 2 blooms come on them. And then the next year when they come up, I'll have more like 5 or 6. And then as the years goes on, they get to the point where you have to actually dig them up and split them. So then you'll have more. So, but the second year, and definitely the third year, they are just beautiful and almost as tall as I am. So you want to plant them in the back of a flower bed, so that, because they would be one of the taller plants. So I moistened the dirt just a little bit, not a lot. And it is being really windy and cold out here on my porch, on my potting table. I hope the wind doesn't affect the sound. I apologize for that. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera down here and go ahead and get some of these bulbs set up in my containers. I wanted to go ahead and show you some of these bulbs. They have already started to grow, which is real common by the time that you get them in early spring. It is the middle of February. And see, they've already started a little bit, which is perfect. I will go ahead and cover them most of the way. I'll just leave the tip up out of the dirt for them to get rooted really well and be able to start growing, so that I can put them in the ground probably, like I said, about 2.5, 3 weeks maybe. As I mentioned, it is really chilly out here and windy. That was why I had to put a little bit of dirt in there, so because my cups were blown over. But I wanted to go ahead, and these other Asia lilies, I wanted to pull one. Oh, bad camera spacing. I wanted to pull some of them up and show you how they were looking. This one has a really small bloom. Oh, this one hasn't started blooming yet. This is the bottom, this is the root system, and this is the top. So you're going to plant it this direction. Some of the other lilies that I pulled up, this one was really, the sprout on it was really large. So let's see, pull some more out of here. Just kind of root around in there until you find one. This one is just barely started to sprout. They're nice, big, healthy bulbs, though. These will grow such beautiful, big, fragrant lilies. And they will bloom this year, too. Next year, like I was saying, they'll be twice as big and twice as many blooms. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of these potted in, and I will be right back. So again, I pre-moistened my potting soil a little bit, where it sticks together, but there's not any water coming out. Again, they're going to be in the house, which is at an average temperature of about 70 degrees. We turn it down at night, but they won't be like cold. We just got done having some really cold weather where it was 20 at night. So I brought in all of my plant stuff. I started and put them in the garage at that point. But these will be able to stay on the windowsill. So see how I have them in there, but they aren't covered with dirt yet. No potting soil. So then I'm going to pot them up. One thing that you can do is to tap things down like that. Maybe push a little bit, just lightly with your finger. I want a little bit of the sprout. I want to be able to see it a little bit. So there, that's pretty. That's about how I have this one here. Has not started to sprout out at all, so I'll cover it up all of the way. So I'll go and I'll do all of these and I'll bring you back. Hopefully I'll keep my thumb out of the picture this time. I keep having to wait until the wind doesn't blow as much. As you can see, it's blowing dirt around. Anyway, I got them all potted. There's 12. Not six of each kind, 6 of the orange, and then 6 of the mixed, which I would imagine, oh, there I did go again. My hands, oh, dirty. I would imagine that the yellow, the pink, and then the red with the border around them are the 3 that there's going to be two of each. And they're very fragrant. This brand, this kind variety is. Anyway, there they are. I'll bring them inside for at least 2 weeks. And then if we have some warmer weather, I'll get them planted outside. Last year we had a terrible, terrible wet spring. So I really didn't get them out until they were almost, some of them were like almost a foot tall in these small cups. And they did just fine. Kept them in the house where it was nice and warm, and I waited until it had quit raining so much, which you can be waiting quite a while in Oregon sometimes. Hopefully we're not going to have quite as wet of a spring this year, but you never know. You always just gotta hope that we'll have an early planting season. I have started some snapdragons, and I'm gonna start my larkspur probably next week. And what else did I want to get going? I do have some more snapdragons on payday. Woohoo! I'm going to get some sunflowers, which I'm ordering from a place, I don't remember the name of it. I'll try to put it on the screen, where you buy sunflowers in bulk. So I'm going to get like 2,000 sunflower seeds and plant them probably like about 50 at a time, so I can spread out my sunflowers, being able to pick them for bouquets. I'm so excited about these lilies. Look at that. Oh, they are going to be beautiful. And especially in 2 years. These things are perennials, so they will come back in Zone 8B. They will come back every year. And every year they just continue to get bigger. And probably in about 3 years, I will have to dig them up and divide them. They will grow little small bulbs that, when I plant them the first year, they probably won't bloom. The smaller ones, the babies, they might, but most likely it'll be the second year that they bloom, and they will be the size that these are here. Anyway, I got these at a big box store, and they were $9.98 a piece, where I got 6. So it's an investment in my flower cutting garden, and within 3 years it'll have tripled itself. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll let you look out here what kind of day we're having. Cloudy and chilly. The wind is blowing. Brr. Anyway, spring is coming. I hope you all have plans for your new garden and flowers that you are working on planting up, so that you can have them out first thing in the spring. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and here's to gardening in Oregon in Zone 8B, my garden in bloom.